What's up everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of the Motorola Bravo. This is a new Android handset for AT&T Wireless. Let's go ahead and dig in and see if it's worthy of your applause. Took me a while to come up with that. So in typical unboxing fashion, the box has a picture of the device on the front, some specs on the side right there, but we're going to go ahead and talk more about those in a minute. Talked about what's inside the package, but once again, we're going to see what's in there. And I know everybody's starting to count down in the comments to show when the unboxing begins, so I'm going to make the box tour relatively quick here. Here are some more of the specs on the back, but we're going to run through all of those once the phone is out of it. Let's go ahead and dig in. Go ahead and open it up. You've got your sort of standard information, quick start guide. And here is the phone. Let's go ahead and push it off to the side. Looks like there does not have a battery installed. Hopefully the battery is living under here, which indeed it is. And it is a Motorola BF5X, which I believe is going to put out just about 1500 milliamp hours of juice, which is exactly what it is. This should be good for about 6-ish hours of talk time. Micro USB cord. The back of the phone, take a look at that in a minute. And the wall charger to USB. Alright, so here is the phone. Let me go ahead and run through the specs for you so you know what we are looking at with this guy. It is going to run you, right now at least, $129 from AT&T on a 2-year contract. It has a 3.7-inch capacitive touchscreen with a resolution of 480 by 854. It is running Android 2.1 with Moto Blur on top of it. It's a Motorola Android handset, and it does have Moto Blur. It's got a TI OMAP 3610, which is clocked at 800 megahertz, 512 megabytes of RAM, which is a pretty nice number. It has a 3 megapixel camera on the back with autofocus. It also has flashlight support, so you'll be able to view your flash content. Not sure if it's going to be 10.1 compatible, but it will have flashlight, not sort of light your way down a dark hallway, but be able to view flash content, flashlight. I don't know, kind of confusing. It does have support for DLNA, so you can stream content to other enabled devices over Wi-Fi, and that's media content. It's got something called Crystal Talk Noise Suppression, which does exactly what you'd expect. It's going to suppress noise, not what you're saying to the phone, but what everybody else around you is saying. So if you're in a car on a Bluetooth, actually Bluetooth's not going to work, but if you're in a car and somebody else is driving, it's going to block out all of that engine noise. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the phone itself. It's sort of a unique design. It's got a rounded sides, which you don't really see. It almost has a pebble-ish looking form factor to it. I would say the phone almost looks similar to the Palm Pre, certainly without the slide-out keyboard, but in that round form factor. So you've got your Moto Blur icons on the bottom, menu button, home button, and back button, clearly labeled. Texting and driving, it can wait. Yes, indeed it can. We will peel off this top on here. I know everybody loves to do that, and also I know when I don't do it, I get all kinds of hate comments. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull it off, see if you get that whooshing noise. And indeed, we do have said whooshing noise. Let's go ahead and see what the back of this thing is going to look like, if it's soft touch rubber, if it's plastic, and all that business. It looks like it is, drum roll, going to be soft touch. So it does have sort of that nice grippy feel to it. We'll pop the battery in and see what the build quality feels like in just a moment. On the left-hand side of the phone, all you're going to have is your micro USB charging port. On the right-hand side, where all the action lives, and by all the action, I mean your volume button. On the bottom, you just have a microphone. On the top, 3.5mm headset jack, and your power and lock button. Let's go ahead and pop in the battery, and while I'm yammering, we'll boot this guy up. It does have a 2GB micro SD card installed, and of course you can expand that to whatever size you like. This is a big battery. Go ahead and pop that in. Usually on devices that are sort of the mid-range Android, you usually get a smaller battery, 1500 milliamp hours. I would assume this guy's going to last you quite a bit. Go ahead and see if we can figure out how to get the battery on here without embarrassing myself on camera. You can see right off the bat, it's got sort of a unique look to it, with the chrome, or at least parent chrome, and then the back. Alright, so slid that back on. Looks kind of unique. I'm not sure it's going to be a bit of a acquired taste. So I'll go ahead and pick up the phone. It does have a nice feel to it. It has that soft touch rubber sort of on the sides as well, so when you hold it, it's got a nice feel to it. It's relatively thin, and you can sort of see a size comparison in the hand. It does not have a slide-out QWERTY keyboard, so you're going to be relying solely on the on-screen keyboard. Let's go ahead and do a size comparison here. We'll bring in its Android AT&T stablemate, the Xperia X10. You can sort of see a size difference there, and we'll bring in one of the big daddies, the HTC Evo 4G from Sprint. You can sort of see how the size difference looks, 4.3, 3.7 inch screens here and here respectively. And let's go ahead and bring in one more sort of AT&T staple. This is the iPhone. Go ahead and stack all these guys on top. You can see the thickness test. And it does look like the Bravo is holds its own, and it does have a nice amount of thickness to it. The phone's got some good feel to it. Let's go ahead and power this guy on and see what we got. I assume we're going to get sort of the typical Android BizNAS here. I've got very small AT&T branding down there. Actually, I didn't even see it at first. The phone's got a very nice feel to it. For a mid-range device, it has a lot of sort of premium-ish things to it. So you've got the chrome, you've got the soft touch back. I would have liked a higher megapixel camera, but I'll sort of hold off on opinions until I get a chance to use it. 3 megapixel could be just alright. So there is the Moto Blur interface. It's going to go ahead and boot up and probably give me the first sort of Android setup options. Very loud AT&T 3G boot screen. I'll go ahead and use this guy, of course, as I do with all my phone reviews for about a week or so, and I'll do my 20 call test to determine call quality, signal strength, and if this has any sort of reception or dropped call issues. Of course, you can see there's some live wallpaper action going on. It looks like the phone is all ready to be set up, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and unlock it just real quickly. See what we can do here. Emergency calls only. So this is a unboxing and I guess first look as well at the new AT&T Motorola Bravo. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. Stay tuned to the channel for a ton more coverage of this guy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.